At 7:30 each morning, a briefing on the day's AI news lands in your inbox. Nobody wrote it. At 8, a stand-up summarizing every commit across every repository you own. By Sunday night, a report on your whole week, spending, sleep, code, job search, assembled from 15 tables. You didn't trigger any of it. This is MIGI, a personal AI agent fleet. 44 workflows that run in the cloud, on a schedule, with no server to maintain. They read the web, watch infrastructure, draft content, track money, and report back through Telegram and email. Built by one person, running on free tiers for $2 to $6 a month. The architecture is deliberately boring, and that's the point. GitHub Actions is the runtime. Every agent is a cron entry and a node script, so there's nothing to host and nothing to patch. Supabase is the shared memory, about 30 tables that every agent reads and writes. Versal hosts the control plane, a dashboard that doubles as the webhook endpoint for 3 Telegram bots. And every model call goes through a routing layer that can fall back across 6 providers. It starts here. A single operator console, a passphrase verified server-side with a constant time compare, plus a 6-digit authenticator code. Sessions are signed and revocable. 5 bad attempts locks the door and pings the owner on Telegram. Inside is the overview. How many agents are healthy, idle, or failing? A live countdown to the next scheduled run. A bar for each of the last 20 runs, where the height is how long it took. Domain health across 21 sites, pinged live. On the left, agent control. Every workflow grouped by squad, with a 6-run history strip and a run button that dispatches it straight from the browser. On the right, every message the fleet has sent you. The agents page is the full table. Every workflow, its squad, its cadence, its next run, an 8-run health heat map, and the model it's routed to. Green passed, amber is running, red is something you want to know about. The fleet is organized into squads. Let's walk through them. Ship and monitor keeps the lights on. Uptime Sentinel checks 21 sites, every 30 minutes for outages, every 6 hours for a digest, and rechecks once before it cries wolf. Supabase Keep Alive runs a real query against 8 database projects, so the free tier never pauses them. It used to ping a cached endpoint and quietly do nothing, which is exactly the class of bug this fleet is now built to catch. Morning Standup summarizes the last 36 hours of commits across every repo. Dependency Digest checks NPM and the OSV vulnerability database. Expiry Watcher counts down certificates and domains. Learn and Curate is the reading pipeline. The daily tech briefing pulls a dozen feeds and returns themed sections, not a link dump. Read Later captures anything you send it, summarizes and tags it, and mails a digest on Sunday. Notes turns a YouTube link into structured notes. And the Evening Video Digest watches 30 channels and tells you what actually went up today. The Brand Squad is a full closed loop with a human in the middle. Each morning, the LinkedIn agent pulls the day's AI news, ranks the top 7, and sends them to Telegram as a list you tap. You pick one. It then grounds the post in your real work, paging through every repository you own, ranking them against the headline, reading readmes and 3 weeks of commits, and writes in your voice, using 12 reference posts committed to the repo so the cadence can't silently drift. Then the safety engine runs, a hard pattern block for keys, emails, and private URLs, followed by a compliance review. What arrives is a draft with 3 buttons: approve, edit, regenerate. Approve publishes it and mails you the copy. Nothing leaves without a tap. And every Sunday it banks the likes and comments each post earned, so the writer can learn what actually worked. Career and Growth runs the job search. The Apply Ready Job agent pulls open roles from Greenhouse, Lever, Ashby, and 2 job boards, scores each one against the CV, writes a tailored cover letter, and emails an Apply Ready packet, capped at 12 a run, and it never submits anything for you. Build Compass Minds Hacker News, Lobsters, and Reddit for what people are actually asking to be built. Outreach Scout finds genuinely paid opportunities and drafts an intro for each. And the Skill Gap Advisor reads your fit scores, the keywords your resume is missing, and the recurring themes in your code reviews. Then names at most 2 skills a month. Personal Ops is the quiet half. Every bank message on the phone is forwarded to an endpoint that strips the account number and decides deterministically, whether money actually moved. That classifier is rules, not a language model, and it scores 43 out of 43 against a labeled corpus of real messages. Then it's categorized, deduplicated by payment reference, and checked against your budget caps. Photograph a receipt, and it reconciles against the same ledger. It can attach to a bank debit, but can never create one, so totals can inflate. Habits, journal, and mood are one-line telegram messages. The health agent computes how long you actually slept across midnight correctly and reports plain comparisons rather than coefficients. After 7 hours or more, productivity averaged 4.1 out of 5 against 3.2 below it. Under 10 days of data, it refuses to conclude anything and says why. Then there's a squad whose only job is watching the rest of the fleet. The CTO agent patrols every repository daily, diffs what changed since it last looked, has a model review it, and sends a consolidated PDF. The brand manager tracks 22 web properties, performance, accessibility, SEO, broken links, search rankings, and traffic, and only spend a model call on pages that actually changed. Team manager logs every model call the fleet makes. Provider, agent, tokens, cost, latency, rate limit, headroom. Failure triage diagnoses, failed runs every 6 hours. Suggestion only, it never touches code. Housekeeping prunes old rows. An integrity probe haunts the fleet's most dangerous failure. A job that reports success while doing nothing. So that's the fleet. But MIGI isn't one system. It's 3, and they're deliberately walled off from each other. MIGI is the fleet you've just seen. Scheduled, autonomous, 44 workflows, 1 bot, 1 dashboard. It runs whether or not you're paying attention. MIGI MAS is the multi-agent system, and it only runs when you ask. Separate code, separate tables, a separate bot, and separate keys. So it can never eat the fleet's rate limit. 6 agents share a blackboard. An orchestrator that turns a goal into a task graph. A researcher with live web search. A critic that checks for hallucination. A memory agent doing vector recall. An executor, and a human-in-the-loop gateway. 2 planes. The brain answers instantly from Versal, and anything slow is dispatched to GitHub. And then there's the operator, the layer that acts. Send a topic by text or by voice. It drafts for LinkedIn, Mastodon, and Blue Sky at once, each within its character limit, and stops at an approval gate. Approve, and it publishes and hands back the live URLs. MIGI Echo is the memory. Its own bot, its own keys, its own separate database. So a growing knowledge base can never crowd the fleet storage. You teach it notes, PDFs, web pages, entire GitHub repositories, and it chunks, embeds, and stores them. Ask a question, and it answers over the retrieved chunks, with citations, on top of a live, read-only snapshot of 14 fleet tables. Text, voice, or documents, in the browser or on Telegram. Telegram is the front door. 3 bots, each locked to a single chat. ID updates arrive by webhook rather than polling, so commands are instant. Read commands, spend, habits, sleep, mood, drafts, jobs, answer straight from the database. Trigger commands dispatch a workflow on demand, and anything that isn't a command is routed by its content. A photo becomes an expense, a link becomes a saved article, and everything else becomes a journal entry. Email carries the long form. Every digest goes through one shared template engine. Heroes, bento tiles, list sections, stat blocks. So, a news briefing, a dependency report, and a weekly review all look like one product. Briefing at 7:30. Dependencies on Monday. Spending and reading on Sunday. And the capstone, the weekly founder review, which reads 15 tables and closes with a section titled, Needs a Decision. Underneath is the part that doesn't demo well. 468 offline checks across 16 suites, run on every pull request with no secrets and no network. A routing layer giving every agent a primary model and an ordered list of fallbacks. Pacing that spaces calls to 85% of each provider's per minute ceiling. And one hard-won rule, written after a retired embedding model silently broke retrieval across 3 systems. Best effort must never mean silent. And it's been audited. A read-only security and privacy pass over both repositories, reconciling 2 independent AI audits, then a 5-phase fix. fail closed authentication, hardened webhooks, CSRF checks, security headers, encrypted tokens at rest, and SSRF guards on every scrape. Row-level security is on for every table in both databases. 44 agents, 3 systems, 2 channels, 30 tables, and roughly the price of coffee each month. It reads the news, watches the servers, tracks the money, drafts the posts, hunts the roles, reviews the code, and tells you when it's broken. Built by one person, still running right now.